I am a massive failure because I didn't do one of these check-ins last week, and I meant to record it and I kept forgetting because I got busy. But so I have 2 weeks of weight loss check-in to do with you guys. So last week, so going from the 1st to the 8th, on the 1st I was at 285.4, and on the 8th 278.6. So that is a 6.8 pound reduction, which is awesome. So that was like the second full week on the program. So there was still some water happening there. So it was a big drop going into, so completing week 3, which would be yesterday's check-in, 275.8, which is another drop, which is awesome. 2.8 pounds, so almost 3 pounds in a week. And at this point, like all of or a majority at least of the water weight should be gone. Like we should be into fat burning mode at this point, which is awesome. So 3 pounds in a week, not bad at all, right? Like we always want to see more, but we got to do this sustainably as well, right? Like I also don't want to lose weight so fast that I end up with like a bunch of saggy skin or my face looks sunken or whatever. So over a 2-week period, that's a 9.6 pound reduction. I'll take that. And so over the entire process of this thing so far, I think I'm like at 18.6 or something. I'm coming up on 20 pounds. So I probably, hopefully by the end of this, next week check-in, I'll hit that 20 pound plus mark, which is great. Interesting challenges during this time. So over this period, like during the Easter happened over this, and there was a family get together at my mom's. This is like the first family get together that I've done, like being really dedicated to a plan. So like, I'm not going to ask the family to, well, we need everybody to eat diets, everything. No. So like there were like quiches, there's bacon, there's fruit, there were mimosas, there's the whole thing. I brought my meal prep. So I had, rice and kale and chicken, and almonds in my electrolyte water, right? Really just stayed on plan and answered more questions about eggs than I ever thought that I would answer. So like my brother-in-law and sister were very curious about the amount of eggs that I'm eating. So and I'm eating a lot of egg or egg product right now. Like in the morning, I'm eating 8 egg whites and a whole egg as a part of my breakfast. And then late in the evening, I'm eating another 8 egg whites plus whole egg. So a lot of egg stuff, but and we also have chickens, thank God. But we are answering a lot of questions about that. Week 2 didn't really have any of those challenges. Other thing that is very much of interest, if you watch the earlier videos, I talked a lot about being lightheaded or foggy, like my brain just wasn't there and really low energy. That has stopped. We're completely past that point of the process. So what that means, if I'm doing my research correctly, is that my body has adapted. It's gone from trying to run my brain and my system on primarily glucose and that sort of thing, to taking from fat stores. So not to say I don't get hungry, like I'm not hungry all the time like I was, but like when it gets close to a meal time, I'm ready to eat, right? So but the fogginess, and I talked a lot about being emotional as well, because like I was having what did I just do here? I was having, just random emotional dips and whatever. That has subsided. So we're on the right path. I feel good. This will be controversial out there. So, I've completely cut alcohol out of my system as well. And I've heard people for eons be like, oh, once I stop drinking, I feel so much better. I haven't experienced that. This coming up Sunday, it's Thursday now, this coming up Sunday night, by the time I go to bed, that'll be 4 full weeks without a single drop of alcohol. I don't notice any difference for me at this point. Maybe I will in another month or two. And that's not saying that I'm going to completely cut alcohol out of my life for the rest of my life. I am not, by any stretch. I'm going to, as when I am off of the diet, I will go back to having cocktails. Sorry, I got a text while we are doing this. Um, you know, but it's going to be more in moderation. I was drinking way too much before going on this. So, um, it's a matter of changing lifestyle. So anyway, for now, I'm at the gym now. It's time to go pick up heavy things and put them down, and then go do cardio, and then I got to get to work. I'll check in next week and hopefully get a few more of the vloggy ones on here too, just to keep you guys up to date on day in the life of what it's like of a late 40s Gen X guy going through a health journey. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.